Oh, we live. Contender Regime Boxing checking back in with y'all, man. Another episode of Merlot Fridays is going down. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna hold it too long tonight, man. You know what I mean? We gonna chop it up real quick, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Get in, get out, see what's shaking tonight, man. Nice little weekend. I mean, not even a weekend yet, but nice little couple of days of boxing. You did what I'm saying. Had some random midweek fights. I can't remember the last time they had like a string of fights on a Thursday. I can't remember the last time I seen that shit. But shout out to DAZN. That's what's up. You know, we getting boxing more often than the past 7 to 15 years. We getting boxing more often. So as boxing fans, we gotta appreciate that. Definitely gotta appreciate that. You feel me? Let everybody get on in here, man. I really want to talk about this topic, the middleweight division as a whole, but specifically, these two guys, man. I don't really know what's gonna happen with Canelo, so he really moonlighting between different divisions and shit. So we don't know what he gonna do. You know what I mean? But it's Merlot Fridays, you know what I mean? We gonna get to it, chop it up, get down, you know what I mean? See what's shaking. Hit that like button for your boy as you tiptoe on in that hole, you feel me? You know what I'm talking about? But hey, these two guys, I don't want to see Demetrius Andrade and JERMALL CHARLO go down as one of those fights that could have happened but never happened. I don't want to see that, man. I don't want to see that, To be honest with you, I see, and this is just me being honest, like, I see the Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence fight happening, like, before this fight happened. And that, to me, that's sad because these two dudes should have been fought. Like, they should have fought at 154. Dio, salute to you, brother. What's happening? Say that Tama fight, man. Damn, yeah, that former fight, I mean. Yeah, bruh. That shit was crazy, bruh. I didn't expect. I ain't gonna lie, JoJo Diaz, he can fight. You know what I mean? And I knew stylistically it wasn't really the best matchup for Former, but I ain't expect him to look like Former looked off to me. You know what I'm saying? JoJo Diaz came to fight. Former, he just, but I mean, I've been saying low key that Tevin Former really ain't all that. I feel like he should have cashed out when he had a chance to fight Tank Davis, to be honest. If you gonna lose, at least lose to Tank Davis. I mean, this ain't his first loss, but shit. If you gonna go out like that, man, cause he got dominated pretty much. You know what I'm saying? It was a decent fight. It was a decent fight, but I feel like JoJo Diaz controlled the whole fight. You know what I mean? It was just Tevin Former, that just wasn't a good style for him. You know what I mean? And Diaz can box, you feel me? But he a little chippy, crafty. He one of those, he's like a pest, he get up in your chest, he make it tough for you. You know what I'm saying? He do that with anybody he fight, but especially somebody who really don't have the inside game like that. Tevin Former, he really, to me, he lacks an inside game. And I felt like that's one of the reasons why he was going to struggle so much against not only Tank Davis, but top guys that was at 130. And then coming up to 135, top guys at 130 at the time was Lomachenko, Tank Davis. I think he would struggle with Gary Russell coming up. I think he'll struggle with Gary Russell Jr. I think Tevin Former, he looks good against guys that really don't have that second gear. Guys that really don't have, that extra athleticism or, that burst hand speed or power or explosiveness. Guys like that, Tevin Former look good against because he able to just, he got good defense. You got to give him that. He got real good defense. He remind me a little bit. I'm not giving him too much credit talking about some Pernell Whitaker, but he got some of the same little techniques that Pernell Whitaker used to have. You know what I'm saying? But nowhere near as sharp, nowhere near as fast. Reflexes ain't like Pernell Whitaker. You know what I mean? The Labnificent Media Group, salute to you, brother. Thank you so much for coming on through. What's happening, man? Ain't nothing, man. It's just another Friday. You feel me? Enjoying my Friday, man. Talking this boxing with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Enjoying my Friday. You did. Ain't too much going on, man. Just want to talk about, you know, yesterday it was some good fights that went on. Some interesting things happened, you know, and I mean the lead up to some fights that I really want to see, like I was saying with Andrade and hey Sister D, how you doing? Thank you so much for coming on through. I appreciate the love and the support. You know what I'm saying? You know, and like I said with the Demetrius Andrade and JERMALL CHARLO fight, you know, man, I'm kind of skeptical about that fight, dog. I hope it ain't one of those fights that we could have had but we never got, bruh. The Labnificent Media Group, he say, man, we need you up in here every Friday, though. Hey, I'm slipping, bro. I got you. I had to handle some business, G, but I'm going to try my best to be present every Friday I possibly can, dog. 100, man. For real. For real. Jay is in the building. Salute to you. What's going on? What's happening? What's happening, man? But, you know, yeah, I don't want that that Charlo and Andre fight to turn out like that. Like I see Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford happening before that fight. And that to me that's crazy because these dudes should have fought at 154. We should have had JERMALL Charlo. We could have had JERMALL and JERMALL Charlo, either one of those dudes against Andre. You feel me? So I don't know, man, but I think it's definitely possible for that fight to get made. You know, people talking about Eddie Hearn offered a deal to Charlo. I don't really read too much into that. You know what I'm saying? I don't really read too much into that because I believe that Charlo will take a one-fight deal. You can't do the same thing you did with Deontay Wilder. You know, that you see they had to come out and apologize to Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? And people, I seen posts and videos and stuff about Deontay Wilder turned down, you know, he ducking Anthony Joshua because he turned down a multi-fight deal with DAZN. Like, bro, why you gonna take a multi-fight deal when you only want to fight one dude? Like, that don't make no sense. Euro Thomas in the building. Salute to you, brother. Thank you so much for coming on through. Say I got Andrade against Charlo. Who you got? It's a close one. It's a close one, bruh. It's a close one. I definitely think it's a 50-50 fight. I don't think one guy is supremely or like just super dominant over the other. I think that they both have strengths and weaknesses, of course. I think if I'm going to lean towards somebody, I already know what motherfuckers are going to say. Oh, you going with the nigga from Texas and all this shit, man. Look, bruh. I'm going to keep it 100. I'm going to go with the guy who I feel like that's been more solid. But I'm not going to do an official prediction on that fight just yet until that fight get made. When they make that fight, I'll do a prediction. But if you asking me who I'm leaning towards Charlo, bro. He already done been in, to me, he been in with better competition. I feel like Matt Korobov is a guy that Demetrius Andrade would struggle with. You know what I'm saying? I think, you know, if you look at the competition that Andrade have been in there with, like, look at this dude he fought, Keeler. You know what I'm saying? Killer. I call him Kill Bill. You know what I'm saying? He done been in there with guys that I mean, the dude Keeler, bro, he didn't even belong in the ring with him. You know what I'm saying? So, and I mean, Charlo really ain't been in there with no world beaters either. You know what I'm saying? So, but I definitely think that he been in there with better competition. He beat Julian J. Rock Williams. Of course, that was at 154. But I think in this case, you can bring up the resume from 154 because both of those guys fought at 154. So it makes sense. You know what I mean? He been in there with J. Rock Williams. You know what I'm saying? He done been in there with Matt Korobov. Those are two very, very solid opponents. And again, even though Hogan was pretty small to be in there with JERMALL CHARLO, and he was coming up from 54, but Hogan is a guy that a lot of people thought beat Jaime Munguia. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people thought he beat Jaime Munguia. You know, and Jaime Munguia, who is an undefeated fighter, you know, there are a lot of people that feel like Jaime Munguia is a top guy. You know, so you got to take these things into consideration when you talking about who's been more battle tested. When you got two guys that really ain't been in there with no, you know what I mean, no big time guys. You know, Mastermind 3 in the building. Salute to you, bro. He say I'm out and about, but you already know I gotta stop by the stream and say what's up, family. Hey, salute to your family. Hey, enjoy yourself tonight, man, and have a good time, bro. Thank you for stopping by. Jay say, do you think Charlo could beat Canelo? Yes, I do. I think that's a 50-50 fight. A 50-50 fight. I give both of those guys equal opportunity to beat each other. You know what I'm saying? And with Canelo, it's a little bit more that goes into the Canelo fight because Canelo is so battle tested. We know he's obviously world-class skill. Chin has been tested multiple times. He's been in there with the very best, from Floyd Mayweather Jr. down to Alfredo Angulo. You know what I'm saying? And he's been in there with many styles. So Canelo, he's gonna have the upper hand, of course, in experience and in championship fights. You know, so but another thing you gotta factor in, the size. You gotta factor in athleticism. You gotta factor in power. You know what I'm saying? The reach advantage. You know, youth. Because Canelo has been in with top guys, but he ain't really fought nobody that was in their prime. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody that was in their prime and just athletically, you know, gifted and has all those natural tools to be able to deal with, you know what I mean, for 12 rounds. He ain't been in there with nobody like that. And that's something that I feel like we have yet to see from Canelo. Everybody that he beat, go back to the Mosley fight. Mosley was old, you know what I'm saying? Even when he fought Floyd, you know, we seen what Floyd did to him, but Floyd was 37. You know what I'm saying? You know, he beat up on Danny Jacobs. Yeah, Danny Jacobs wasn't in his prime over 30. And then Danny Jacobs really never been that good to me. I'm gonna just be honest. Like, Danny Jacobs could fight, you know, but he really was never he was never nothing special to me, just to be honest. He did beat Triple G, but again, Triple G was 35 plus. You know what I'm saying? Who else? He beat up on Kovalev. Kovalev, like, damn near 40 years old. You know what I'm saying? So he really, like, and this not taking nothing away from Canelo. I love Canelo's game, and I think he's one of the best fighters out there. You know what I'm saying? I've been a Canelo fan, shit, since I first seen him. I thought Canelo was like, shit, when I first seen him, I thought he was like the Mexican version of Adrian Broner, what I thought AB was at the time, because of the way he was fighting. He was flat-footed. He was walking motherfuckers down. He was throwing combination. I'm talking about AB when he was like at 130 and shit. You know what I'm saying? 130 and 135. He was walking motherfuckers down flat-footed. You know what I'm saying? Trying to do the little Floyd shoulder roll shit. You know what I'm saying? Had the little head movement. Shit, I was like, damn, he looked like the Mexican version of what AB's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? But then he blossomed and evolved into something even more. You know what I mean? Footwork came into play as far as, like, you know what I'm saying? Foot placement, leverage, shit like that. Canelo, his defense done got even better. His head movement, everything done got better with Canelo. You know what I'm saying? And every time he step up, like I told y'all, every time I see Canelo, he get better. You know, but again, I still haven't seen Canelo in there with somebody like JERMALL CHARLO. And JERMALL CHARLO is in his prime. What, 29 years old, 30 years old? He dead in his prime. And we got to take into account, JERMALL CHARLO ain't took no punishment. He ain't took no punishment. So you getting a fresh fighter. I just think it'll be a tougher fight than what a lot of people think. You know what I'm saying? There are many of those out there who feel like Charlo can beat Canelo. I definitely think it's a 50-50 fight. Derek Lincoln in the building. Salute to you, brother. Thank you so much for coming through. What's happening? Black and Brown Boxing. Salute to you, brother. Thank you so much. He say, what you think about the kid that's fighting tonight, Ruben Villa? Honestly, bro, I don't know too much about Ruben Villa, but the fact that you brought him up, I'm gonna check him out. Is that a ESPN fight? Is he fighting PBC? And what weight class? I don't know too much about Villa. D Luckett in the building. Salute to you, brother. He say Andrade is the Crawford of his division. Damn. I mean, that could be saying a lot, bro. Just that statement alone, that say a lot. So what you try to say? He's you feel like he like a boogeyman, or because I don't know about that, bro. If you talking about he like a boogeyman, the way the picture is being painted, you can it's looking like that. But at the same time, if he always had management issues going back to 154. He got that ironed out. Now he still ain't getting the fights. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I highly doubt that JERMALL CHARLO would duck Demetrius Andrade. I just don't see it. Like, I don't see nothing in Andrade that makes me think that JERMALL CHARLO can't compete with him. You feel me? Like, I don't see that. You know what I mean? You know how you could tell when it's an obvious duck where you like, damn, well, I see why he don't want to fight that guy. Or I see why, okay, I understand why I can't see that with Andrade versus Charlo. I mean, I don't see that. Now with, I don't know why, well, let's say go back to Canelo. As far as Canelo, I think Canelo avoiding both of them. Just being real. I think Canelo avoiding both Andrade and Charlo because, like I said, we haven't seen him. And I'm not saying that Canelo is scared of these dudes and then I ain't saying that. But I feel like he's strategically, moving his career in a way where he can have an advantage in every fight. He learned a lot from Floyd. I told y'all, man, Floyd, to this day, Canelo Alvarez look up to Floyd. That's his idol, bro. It ain't Oscar De La Hoya. It ain't Roberto Duran. It ain't none of those dudes. It's Floyd Mayweather is Canelo's idol, bro. That's who he looked up to before he fought Floyd and after Floyd. It grew even more after he fought Floyd because he taken every little page from Floyd's book. And I mean, I can't blame him. Shit, that's what fighters are doing today. You know what I'm saying? But, I think Canelo, maybe you can say Andrade is a boogeyman in the sense of Canelo trying to avoid him. But, I think Canelo is really just trying to get in there with anybody he feel like, oh, yeah, I could take him out. Oh, okay, this is what it is. It's like he's finding somebody that's going to look good on his resume, but they not too much of a threat to where, I could possibly lose this fight. You feel me? Triple G, even though Triple G was old as fuck, it still was a threat. You know what I mean? I thought Canelo was a better fighter than Triple G all along. That was one of my dream fights, but I always knew Canelo would beat him. You know what I'm saying? I thought Canelo won the first fight. But at the same time, Triple G still a threat. You know what I'm saying? The power, the range, the ability to cut off the ring, he's still a threat. Anybody that he fight, he gonna be a threat. I don't know about now. I think he like, what, 38, 37, 38, probably even 39. I don't know about right now, but at the time that Canelo fought him, I feel like Triple G was a threat to anybody. But, Canelo just being strategic. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it sucks for us, the fans, because we want to see him in there with the Andres and the Charlos of the world. I think both of those fights versus Canelo are 50-50 fights. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think Canelo is trying to avoid, is a 50-50 fight. Canelo don't want to be in no 50-50 fight right now. You know what I'm saying? And, and shit, he done put the work in. So, I mean, it sucks for us boxing fans, but, when you put yourself in a position like that, and then you look at the fact that DAZN has, they gave this man a contract of a lifetime to where no matter who he fight, he gonna make 30+ mil per fight. So it's like, shit. I mean, as a boxing fan, for us, it's easy for us to say, damn, bro, like, I want you to fight such and such, or I want you to fight this guy. You know what I'm saying? Prove yourself, show me something. But put yourself in Canelo's shoes. If you put yourself in the shoes of Canelo Alvarez, motherfuckers done paid you. You got a $300-some million contract. Motherfucker paying you $30 million per fight. And it don't matter who you fight. You still gonna get paid the same money. You mean to tell me you ain't gonna match yourself up with some motherfuckers you can beat? Like, come on, let's keep it real. I do the same shit. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you mean to tell me I get to go home to my woman and look pretty after every fight? I'm going home looking pretty. I done beat the hell out this motherfucker. My checks, my pockets is fat. I'm looking good. You know what I'm saying? Everything Gucci. Shit, I do the same thing. Let's keep it 100. Derek Lincoln, salute to you, brother. That's what Crawford doing. That's the same thing Bud doing. It's the same shit. G Mays in the building. Salute to you, brother. Thank you so much for coming on through, man. I appreciate that, homie. Matthew Valentine in the building. Salute to you, brother. Thank you so much for showing up and showing out. We appreciate that over here at Contender Regime Boxing. You know what I'm saying? But am I wrong though? You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it 100. It sucks for the fans. It sucks for the fans, bro. I ain't gonna cap, bro. That shit suck for the fans. But if I was in that man's shoes, bro, I'd be doing the same thing, bro. Just think about it, bro. You finna get a big ass check. It don't matter who you fight. It don't matter who you fight. They can pull me up there. Shit. They fight Canelo versus Contender Regime Boxing. Finna beat the hell out my ass, bro. But that man finna get that check. He don't give a damn. He don't give a damn. G May say, did y'all let me see. Did y'all go to the WBC website and vote for Derrick James, Earl, and Jamel? No, I didn't, bro, but thank you so much. I was watching Trill Boxing Talk, and they was talking about you know, how the WBC rankings for trainer of the year and stuff like that. They didn't even have Derrick James in there. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even think they had Earl for fighter of the year or, you know, Jamel for fighter of the year. So I'm gonna definitely check that out, bro. Good looking out, G-May. Hold on, with my boy ATX. ATX in the building. Salute you all the way from Austin, Texas, man. Salute to you, brother. Thank you so much for coming on through. ATX AJ in the building, man. What's happening? What's happening, man? D say how much longer to vote? That's a good question, because after the live, I'm gonna go ahead and stop by there and put my vote in, man. Make sure them brothers get their love. You know, that shit was crazy, man. The trainers, and I mean, ain't no shade to the trainers that they had on there, but I mean, good grief. You got Derrick James, who, you know, Earl Spence just had, he had a win over a top 5 pound for pound fighter. And then on top of that, he unified with Sean Porter in the fight of the year. You know what I'm saying? And then you had JERMALL CHARLO, who lost his title the previous year, the end of the previous year, and then turned around, knocked out Jorge Cota, and then came back and won his title again in the rematch versus Tony Harrison. Oh my goodness. You got 2 champions. You know what I'm saying? You got guys on that list that got 1 champion. You know what I'm saying? And they really, that 1 champion don't even equate to an Earl Spence or JERMALL CHARLO. You did what I'm saying? So I definitely think you gotta put those brothers in there. Derrick James, I feel like Bo Mack need to be in there. You know what I'm saying? Bo Mack doing a hell of a job right now with Bud Crawford. You know, given the fact that, like the brother Derek Lincoln just said, shit, Crawford out there fighting any damn body, you know? He just fighting people so he can go up in there and get that check. You know, he gonna get paid the same every fight with from top rank. You know what I'm saying? And he get to go home and look pretty. You know what I'm saying? Get to go home to your woman every night. After every fight, you looking pretty, you feeling good. You know what I'm saying? You know, most fighters after the fight, they gotta go to the they gotta take a trip to the doctor. Shit, Bud probably he don't even have to go to the doctor. Shit, he's skipping the whole doctor's visits. He goes straight from the fight wherever he going. You feel me? Everything Gucci. Say he calling out McGregor now. Yeah, I heard about that, man. Khalil Muhammad, salute to you, brother. Thank you for coming through. What's happening? What's going on? G-May say I gave James Trainer of the Year. I gave Earl Fighter of the Year and Male Fighter of the Year. I like that. Male Fight of the Year and Earl Fighter of the Year. Okay. I like that, brother. I like that. You know what I'm saying? With those awards, you know, as fans, we definitely, you know, the awards are really for the fans. You know what I'm saying? So we can kind of, you know, and that's another thing. You know, people make a big deal about fans having favorites and, you know, YouTube channels, you know, being biased or having favorites to certain fighters and stuff. But that's what those awards are for. It's for the fans now, even though it's a lot of political shit going on with those awards where they really don't give them to the fighters and the trainers and the people, the recipients that really deserve the shit. You know what I mean? So we already know what go behind that. But, you know, that's what those awards and shit for. It's for the fans, you know, because you got your favorites. You want to be like, well, oh, you know, my favorite fighter won Fight of the Year and all this shit. That's what it's for. You know, salute to Iceberg Nerd in the building. Salute. Salutations to you, my brother. What's happening? Jay Cool in the super chat. Salute to your brother. Thank you so much for coming on through, showing love. He say, where the Twitter fingers at? Now Earl is back. Hey, I like that. Where the Twitter fingers at? Now Earl is back. Big facts. You know them boys is hiding, man. You know them boys don't want to see old EJ, man. Big fish. Hey, electric agitating. Hold on. Did I say that shit? Electric? Oh, eclectic. Oh, that's a new word, brother. I like that. He done put me on eclectic. Eclectic. Okay. Hey, let me know how to pronunciate. Hey, pronounce that shit. Enunciate that shit for your boy. Go ahead and space that out for me in the chat. I need to know how you saying that, brother. I like that. That's elegant, man. Salute to you, brother. Thank you for coming through, showing love. Put me on a new word, brother. I like that. Derek Lincoln say, I felt so bad for Former last night. All the Philly fighters losing lately. J-Rock, Former, Jesse Hart. Danny the only one that won, but fought. The other brother, Stephen Fulton. Ain't he from Philly? Stephen Fulton. I believe he from Philly too. He won his fight. What was that, last weekend? But nah, you right though, bro. Like, it's been looking bad for the Philly fighters these past couple of weeks, G. Eclectic. Okay, G5 Gabe, salute to you, bro. Thank you. I done heard that word before, man. I'm gonna have to look that up and see what that shit mean, man. Y'all putting me on some shit, man. Expand my vocabulary. I need it, brother. Thank you so much. I like that. But yeah, man, it's been looking bad for the Philly fighters the last couple of weeks, man. That's tough. You know what I'm saying? But that again though, with Tevin Farmer, see, that's what happened when when you trying to sell yourself. I know you want to put yourself in a position to be a very lucrative fighter. You want to be able to expand your ability to make money and, market and brand yourself. I definitely understand that. But I think Tevin Farmer was biting off a little bit more than he could chew, calling out Tank Davis. Now, I understand at that stage in his career, you like, shit, bring on the smoke. I got nothing to lose. I like that in the fighter. I like to see that dog. I like to see that killer. But I never felt like Tevin Farmer could fuck with with Tank Davis or Gary Russell Jr. or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never felt like Tevin Farmer could fuck with the elite of the elite fighters. And JoJo Diaz ain't even no elite fighter. He a good fighter. JoJo Diaz could fight, but he ain't no elite fighter, though. That was just a badass matchup for him. You know what I'm saying? Matthew Valentine say, oh yeah, Fulton is great and he from Philly already. G-May say Fulton overrated as hell. He not ready for the other champions. I believe, that may be true, but I think he is, pretty young fighter. So maybe he got a little bit more time to mature and, get his shit right. Come into his own. But I wasn't really that impressed with him. I thought maybe it was just a bad stylistic matchup for him, where he had to work a little bit more. I thought it was going to be a showcase fight to where he was going to go in there, style on a dude, beat him up, knock him down a few times. You know what I'm saying? But, shit, you feel me? I don't know, man. Yeah, Matthew Valentine's Farmer not that good, man. I never thought he was that good, G. I never think G may say something wrong with Tevin, brother. He said, brother, like he was off of Molly. Damn. Oh, shit. Hey, he did, like, even after the fight, bro, like, you know what I'm saying, bro, the way he walked back to his corner, bro, like, bro looked like he was on something. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't want to say that shit, though. Hey, I'm gonna put that on Gary May. Hey, Gary May said that shit, man. I didn't want to say nothing. You feel me? But he did look like something was wrong, bro. Like, I'm like, man, hey, he looked off to me. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing that came to my mind. I'm like, bro, look off. So I don't know if it was a case of him, taking JoJo Diaz too lightly, but I don't even want to go down that route. You feel me? Because I feel like he just never really was like that good, anybody that's gonna get in the Tevin Former chest and make it rough, you know what I'm saying? Punch when he punch, shit like that, he gonna have issues. He gonna have issues. Makai Nurse in the building, salute to you, bro. He say Charlo don't want that smoke. Word, that's how you feel, man. I think, honestly, bro, I think both guys want to fight, man, but it seemed like his egos in that shit. Them dudes got something personal going on, bro. That's how I feel. I don't know. This is allegedly. I don't know, you know what I'm saying, what's really going on behind the door, behind closed doors and shit like that. But I feel like Andrade and Charlo, it's something personal going on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's some egos going on, and, you know, one guy don't want to concede to the other. I don't know if, you know, one fighter don't want to take less money than the other. It's some egos going on, G. It's some egos going on. Mike Rhyme in the building, salute to you, bro. He say he had nothing to keep Diaz off. Facts. He's a pot shotter. Gables with Gables with a KOT within 4. Okay. Okay. I don't know who Gables is though, G. Let me see here. Say, but no, Makai Nurse say Charlo don't want that smoke. Man, I think both guys want to fight, dog, but it's something else going on that's keeping these dudes from fighting. And that's what I was saying earlier. It's really looking like one of those, like, really salivating matchups that the fans really want to see, been wanting to see for a long time. And it could be one of those fights that we never get. And I don't even want to think like that, but I mean, we got to be honest, bro. That's what that shit looking like to me. Because ain't no way this fight shouldn't have already took place. Like, look how long these two dudes been synonymous. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys have been they was at 154 for the longest. That fight should have been happened. And then now you got these dudes at 160. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bruh. And the fight still ain't happening. I don't know what the hell going on, G. I don't know what's happening, G. Salute to the brother G5 Gabe in a super chat. Thank you so much, brother, for showing love. I really appreciate it. Say something was wrong with iBoard. Hold on, what? Say something was wrong with iBoard, JoJo. That's what you call him, bro? iBoard? Bro, you fucked up for that. Bro fucked up for that, dog. Say, bro. So you saying now the man couldn't see? JoJo was on him. I ain't gonna lie. Say JoJo was on that man head, boy. He was on that man cap. But I'm saying though, bro, anybody like that would have gave Tevin Former issues. And shit, you know, JoJo probably went and watched some film. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, and sometimes in different fights, bro, you can get the camera a little close into like the face and shit. So maybe he was watching film, like seeing how that man's eyes be reacting to certain shit. So maybe he took advantage of that shit. And that's kind of fucked up, bro. But you know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do to get the dub, bro. You know what I'm saying? He probably took advantage of that shit, seeing if, you know, if he kind of fake like this or faint this way, his eyes start getting to twitching and moving all around his head and shit. So he probably, you know, said, as soon as his eyes start moving, I'm going to jump on him. You know what I'm saying? And make the fight rough. He could have did that shit. But that's crazy when you fighting with, you know what I'm saying, when you got some type of hindrance, you know what I mean? Fighters going to take advantage of it. If you go into a fight and a motherfucker know your ankle fucked up, they going to try to force you to move that way. You know what I'm saying? Or they going to try to, you know, press you and make you have to, you know what I'm saying, plan on that foot. You know what I mean? If you fighting with a fucked up ass elbow, motherfucker you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker gonna get in the clinch and start twisting your shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's fucked up when you fighting with something like that. Oh, this nigga Jay. Hey, G-May said that boy I ran out of batteries. Man, say y'all about to make me throw this damn phone, man. Y'all tripping, bro. Y'all tripping, bro. Dude said his eye ran out of batteries, bro. Cut it out, man. Y'all need to cut that out, G. D say, doctor. It say, didn't Mr. Russell say Tevin doesn't have any FU on his punches? Ooh, that's a good point. I agree with that, you know, but I've been saying that he don't really have no pop. You know what I'm saying? For you to be a defensive fighter, you got to have something that's going to keep a motherfucker up off you. You got to have that, G. You got to have that. You got to have that. Man, y'all crazy, bro. Y'all going crazy. Man, say, hey, G-Maze, boy, you going straight to hell, boy. You going straight to hell. That man crazy. D Lucky say Andrade is the boogeyman in his division. Hold on, he the boogeyman in his division similar to Crawford. Man, I don't know about that, G. I don't know about that because he could have fought JERMALL at 154, but he turned the fight down. So if you out here turning down phase, bro, it's hard for me to call you the boogeyman, G. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to call you the boogeyman. But I see what you're saying. I mean, if you pertaining it to Canelo, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Canelo obviously avoiding both Andrade and Charlo. That's facts. Like, and again, I ain't saying the brother's scared, but he's avoiding Charlo and Andrade. You know what I'm saying? D Lucky say, I understand, but he calling out Charlo now. Yeah, it sound good. It sound good. You know what'd be dope though? Some dope shit would be like if it was if we had like if there was a website, you know how we got BoxRec and we got, you know, different shit where you can go look at the statistics and the measurables of these fighters and shit like that, history, stuff like that. There needs to be a website where you can go view any type of contract off. Now I know this shit it's far-fetched as fuck. It's never gonna happen. But for the sake of the fans and debating purposes, we need to be able to see these contract offers. You know, if there was actually an offer sent, if there was an offer sent, what were the details? You know what I'm saying? You know, the date, when was it sent? You know, what was the response? Because we really don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's always, you know, after a fight, you gonna hear a guy say, well, I want to fight this dude, or let me fight. Because look, Charlo been calling out Canelo, you know what I mean, after every fight. You know what I'm saying? You know, he said he want to fight Andrade too. You know what I'm saying? So was Andrade ducking at the time that when Charlo said he wanted to fight Andrade? You know what I mean? Like, you really never know with these dudes, man. Jose Pancho Esparza in the building. Salute to you, brother. He say, why are fighters so scared to lose? It make me mad. I agree with you, brother. I agree, dog. I agree. And the thing is, bro, we've seen time after time after time where a fighter has taken a loss, come back, and showed even more heart, more skill, more determination, you know, more ability. We've seen that time after time after time. So I don't understand why these guys, I mean, I get it because these guys are looking at marketability, but at the same time, you don't understand that, bro. Like, look at Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao is arguably the most marketable fighter in boxing right now and has been for some time. If he's not the most marketable, he's one of them. You know what I'm saying? And that man got 7 losses. You feel me? What, he got 6, 7 losses? You did what I'm saying? So you can lose and come back and show your heart. You can lose and come back and show, I was better than the last time. You feel me? I'm better than that. I think it makes you, it builds your profile and makes you shine even more when you can take a loss and come back and beat a motherfucker ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel, G. Look at Canelo. Shit, Canelo done took an L to Floyd Mayweather. I know it's Floyd motherfucking Mayweather, but damn. Shit, he took an L, and now he's arguably the biggest star in boxing. You one of them. I think Deontay Wilder is the biggest star in boxing, but Canelo is arguably one of the biggest stars in boxing. You know, so you can take an L and come back, bruh. And D Lucky, like you say, loser help them find themselves. I agree with that too, bro. You know what I'm saying? Loser can be, and it depends on how you lose. You know what I'm saying? If you get your ass knocked out, it's tough coming back from that. You know what I'm saying? It's tough. But it still don't mean that you can't come back. We seen J-Rock do it. You know, we seen many fighters take a L via knockout and come back. You know, but if you take a L on a UD, and you feel like, damn, I could have did this better. You know what I'm saying? Go back to like we was talking about the other day with Lamont Peterson and Danny Garcia. Look at that fight. That fight could have went either way. But I said the reason I felt like, Lamont Peterson didn't get the nod on the cards because he waited too long to press Danny Garcia. So you come back the second time around like, damn, okay, I should have pressed early in that fight. Like, it's certain things that you can do and get better at, bruh. A loss ain't the end of the world, man. A loss is not the end of the world, G. You know what I'm saying? Let me see who we got in here, man. Shout out to Pray for Creasy in the building. Salute to you, brother. Thank you for coming on through. We got the brother Swift 46 in the building. Salute to you, bro. Thank you so much for showing up. Pool Counter Boxing in the building. Salute to you, brother. Thank you. He say, if they fought more times, if they fought more often, they will stay sharp like fighters did back in the day. I agree. But everybody is now in that whole self-preservation and, I don't want to take no punishment. And, I get it, bro. I get it because look at the NFL, look at the NBA. The NBA, they got load management. You know what I'm saying? You look at the NFL, they making it to where you can't even touch a motherfucker now. Yeah, I mean, you remember back in the days, bro, in the NFL, when a wide receiver come across the middle, and you get to knock his motherfucking head off, ain't no flags, as long because you was taught, if y'all ever played football back in the day, you was taught by your coaches, you want to separate the receiver from the ball by any means. You remember that shit? But the reason I get it is because history, you learn from history as you go. So if you look back and you say, G-Mays them running lot days, you know what I'm saying? Brian Dawkins, Sean Taylor, John Lynch. Y'all remember Bob Sanders used to pop a motherfucker top off. Ed Reed used to pop a motherfucker top off. But you learn from history, you like, okay, damn, well, they did it this way. I see a lot of motherfuckers getting CTE and shit like that. Roy Williams, you know what I'm saying? I see a lot of motherfuckers getting CTE and all this shit. So they want to do it different now. If you take the boxers, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers like, okay, well, these dudes was fighting 5 and 6 times a year and they wasn't getting paid the same, you know what I'm saying? Some of them was getting big bread like that, but it was some guys fighting 5, 6, 7 times a year, but they wasn't getting paid like motherfuckers getting paid now. And people was taking a lot of punishment, you know what I'm saying? Now they look at the old fighters up to, the fighters that was back in the day, and they look at them now at an older age, and boys can't even talk good. You know what I'm saying? Got a whole lot of brain damage issues and shit like that. So, you know what I'm saying? I understand, but like I said, as fans, bro, it's like we really can't win in that situation because motherfuckers gonna look at history and they gonna try to learn from history. Well, if I minimize the amount of times I fight per year, I can prolong my career. I'll be able to take less punishment. I'll be able to last longer in the game and make more money. I get it, but it sucks for the fans. It sucks for the fans. You know what I'm saying? It sucks for the fans, bro. I would love to see my favorite fighter 3, 4, 5, 6 times a year. At least 4 times a year. If I can get my favorite fight in the ring 4 times a year, I'm good. Once every quarter, I'm good. You did what I'm saying? That shit'll be lit. But the game done changed, bro. But I do agree that if fighters were fighting more often, dudes would be more sharp. You know what I'm saying? You'll be more on your game, and it'll also force you to stay in shape in between fights. I think that's a huge thing right there. And that's one thing, again, I admire Floyd so much. Even though Floyd was only fighting 2 times per year, 3 times per year, he was still in shape the whole year round. You know what I'm saying? He was still in shape. Hey, D, look at already, man. Come on down to Texas, man. The DF Dub, bro. It goes down out here, man. It's a lot of good energy out here in Texas, man. DF Dub, Dallas is a growing city, man. It's popping out here, dog. Come on through and visit. G5 Gabe say Sean Taylor and Steve Atwater. Hell yeah. Man, rest in peace to Sean Taylor. That was my dude, bro. I feel like Sean Taylor was about to be one of the greatest safeties of all time, bro. He had the perfect combination of size, speed, athleticism, power, IQ. He knew how to ball hawk a motherfucker. He knew where the ball was gonna be. Son Taylor was that dude, boy. On me, shout out to Robert Mangum in the building. Say, I hate it as a fight fan, but looking at these old fighters make me sit back and be like, all right, for real, bruh. For real, when you listen to that Tommy Hearns talk, bruh. Salute to the brother Tommy Hearns, man, one of the greatest fighters of all time. Listen to Tommy Hearns talk. And we seen the wars he was in. Bro was in some wars, bro. Go back to the Sugar Ray Leonard fight. Both of them dudes was in their prime. We don't get fights like that now. We get fights like that, but not as often, especially when both guys are so young in their athletic prime. You know what I'm saying? Sugar Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns were 25 years old when they fought. 25. Going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Back a 15-round fight. But listen to Tommy Hearns talk right now. The brother can hardly get a sentence out. You feel me, bro? The brother can hardly get a sentence out, man. Already, man. Salute G5 Gabe. Say he out here in Dallas. Already, bro. Salute, man. I love my city, man. This is a good place to live if you want to raise your family. You know what I'm saying? Dallas, Texas is a wonderful place to be. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of surrounding suburban areas that you can, you know, get you a crib, you get you a house, get you a nice little apartment. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to do. There's a lot of beautiful women out here. You know what I'm saying? Texas got all the women. You feel me? In general, you dig? Texas got some of the baddest women. I don't care what nobody say. You feel me? And the DF Dub is one of those hubs. You know what I mean? That shit rhyme. You know what I'm saying? Trill Boxing talking to building. Salute to your brother in the super chat coming on through. Thank you so much. He say salute to you, homie. Keep doing your thing. I see you growing. Proud of you, bro. 100. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate the blessing. All the game you've been giving, dog. Man, I watch y'all boys every day. Thank you so much, brother. You know what I'm saying? Mike Rhymes say, ain't nobody worse than Floyd Mayweather Sr. Hey, that's another example, bro. That's another example. You know, and Floyd, when we look at Floyd Sr., bro, he really ain't that old, dog. Like, look at when he really started, his speech and stuff started to deteriorate. Bro, Floyd Sr., that shit was happening to him like late 50s, early 60s, bro. That really ain't that old. Like, motherfuckers in their 60s and shit, bro, they still speaking cognitively, you know what I'm saying, articulate, you know what I mean, able to express themselves in every way possible. But you see all the damage and stuff that Floyd Mayweather Sr. took, bro. He can barely express himself. You feel me? So, G-Maze said, I don't even watch Floyd Sr. G-Maze, bro, bro, G-Maze don't got no filter, bro. That dude is savage, dog. He said, I don't even watch Floyd Sr. interviews no more. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, after a while, you know, maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, you can understand them like a whole lot more. Like, go back and listen to an interview like 6 years ago and then listen to a Floyd Mayweather Sr. interview right now. Like, you can tell the difference, bro. Like, in just a span of 5 or 6 years, bro, like it's slowly deteriorating, G. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. Like, I get it, bro. I understand why fighters, not even just boxers, I understand why the NBA, they change how they move, because you look at history, boys playing 82 games a season, motherfuckers' knees going out and shit. Look at D Rose. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, granted, D Rose, he was one of those guys that just, he didn't really know how to land, got a lot of explosiveness, a lot of torque, and he don't know how to land. So he fucked his own shit up. But you look over the course of history, you gonna learn from history. You gonna see where these guys, you gonna see how they play shit, and you gonna see how you can capitalize on it. That's why I was going back to Canelo. You gotta put yourself in his shoes, bruh. If they say, I'm gonna pay you 30-some million every fight, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Every fight. I don't give a damn who you fight. Man, come on, bruh. If that was me or you, bro, we gonna do the same shit. I don't care who y'all put in the ring, bro. I'm gonna beat their ass. I'm gonna take this check and it's Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Only person that lose at the end is the fans, bro. It's real talk. Like, I can't even watch football the same no more because it ain't as violent as it used to be. You know what I'm saying? I used to love seeing motherfuckers hit hard, bro. Poor Kind of Boxer said Tommy had no chin. His punch resistance was horrible. Yeah, you know what I mean? His shit, I ain't gonna lie. You know, but he was one of those guys. Now, I like to look at Tommy Hearns and kind of compare him to Terrence Crawford when you look at his offense being his defense. Go back to the video I made about the most recent video I made about the break. That was a full in-depth breakdown for Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. I said one of the main things with Terrence Crawford and what makes him so exciting is his offense, is his defense. Now, the difference between Tommy Hearns and Terrence Crawford is Hearns was in there fighting motherfucking monsters, beasts. So them dudes was able to take advantage of the chin issue that he had. And his defense wasn't all that cold, but his offense was so crazy, like, you gonna have to go through hell to get in there and land a punch. If you gonna get in there and land a punch, yeah, he can be stopped, he can be knocked down, he can be stopped, but you got to go through hell to land these shots. But when you in there with other elite fighters, they can do that shit. They very much so capable. When you fight Kavaliauskases and all type of motherfuckers like that, very rare are those guys going to be able to take advantage of that. Now, we did see Kavaliauskas knock bro down. You know what I'm saying? We seen Gamboa hurt him. We seen him get hit with shots by other fighters. But he really ain't been in there with nobody that's elite like that. So, you know, you could say the same thing for Crawford as for Tommy Hearns. The difference is the level of competition. You know what I'm saying? So we might see Terrence Crawford get out there. Soon as he get in there with somebody like Earl, we gonna be out down. Terrence Crawford got chin issues. But really the whole time it's just his offense, it's his defense. He just ain't fought nobody that got that type of offense that can get up in there and make you know what I'm saying? Level of competition. D Lucky say Crawford has more skill. To me, that's arguable. That's arguable. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he definitely has more in the toolbox if you just look at the simple fact that he's a switch hitter. I mean, that right there makes him a lot more dangerous off top. You know, so I definitely agree with, you know, it's arguable. Tommy relied on his power and length. Crawford relies on his timing and foot movement. Yeah, you can say that. I can agree with that. I can agree with that. They both have different strengths. You know what I'm saying? But it's still the offense is the defense for both of those guys. You don't really see Crawford using a whole lot of head movement. You don't. And he's not very responsible on defense. A lot of times you will see Crawford get reckless, leave his chin out there. You know what I'm saying? Because he always on attack mode. You feel me? Crawford really ain't a very defensive fighter. You know what I'm saying? He really ain't very defensively responsible. Just like Tommy Hearns was. Tommy Hearns, shit, he trying to knock your ass out. He trying to get that output going on. But he don't do a lot on defense. Let's keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? Crawford really about the same thing. And Derek Lincoln say Crawford rely on fighting bums. Just saying. Man, y'all crazy, bro. Pray for Creasy. He said, bro, you think Earl can knock Pac-Man out? I think he can. I think he can stop Pac. Do I see him stopping Pac-Man? I don't know. Right offhand, I see that fight going 12 rounds. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. Right offhand, I see that fight going 12, only because I think it's gonna take Earl a few rounds to adjust to the athleticism, the foot speed, the angles, and the movements of Pacquiao. It's gonna take him about a good 3 to 5 rounds to figure all that shit out. Once he figure that out, he gonna start, you know, trying to time Pacquiao. He gonna start being able to prepare, just like how Keith Thurman did later on in that fight, being more patient instead of trying to take the fight to Pacquiao on some overly offensive shit. Let him come to you, because Pac-Man, you ain't gotta look for Pac-Man. He gonna come right to you. You know what I'm saying? But you got to stand your ground. And that's what Keith Thurman did later on in the fight. And that's why he was having success in the second half. He stood his ground, was patient, picked his shots more, you know what I'm saying? And let Pac-Man overly expose himself. And that way you can catch Pac with those big shots. I think Earl going to do the same thing. It just depends on, do I think he can knock Pac-Man out? Yes. But do I see a knockout happening? Oh, no, I think that fight might go 12. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on if Earl, one of those shots that he catch Manny Pacquiao with, where Pac is overly, because Pac can be predictable. Pac-Man can be predictable. You know what I'm saying? He can get out there, overly expose himself, and you can kind of time him because he like to jump in and jump out. You know what I'm saying? He jump in and jump out. He'll get in, boo, 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 jump out. You know what I'm saying? Get in, boo, 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 jump out. You can time that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And if Earl can hit him with some shit, like one of them straight rights, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a straight left, actually. If he can hit him with one of those straight lefts, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It just depends, bruh. It just depends. So I definitely think he got the power to stop him. I just don't know that he will. You feel me? Let me see here. What boy is talking about? D Lucky say Earl likes to make a statement. I agree with that. I agree. And I think he if he gets the opportunity to fight Pac-Man, especially whether it be his first or second fight back, I think Earl gonna be looking to make a statement. Number one is gonna be for unification. Most likely after that fight, he would be heading into the Terrence Crawford fight. You know, I think that fight helps him prepare for Terrence Crawford in a way because he would be getting in there with a southpaw. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think he would be looking to make a statement. I think Earl Spence understands what that fight means for his career, for his legacy. You know, it just all the way around. That's one of those fights that Earl gonna be looking to make a statement for sure. You know what I'm saying? But to say, you know, that just to say he gonna make a statement or he likes to make a statement, I don't necessarily think that that means he gonna knock Manny Pacquiao out. It's gonna be tough, you know. Manny Pacquiao got a chin on, even though we done seen him knocked out multiple times. He got a chin on him. That motherfucker head big as hell, and he got a hard ass head. You could tell Manny Pacquiao head hard than a motherfucker. You could just look at him and tell he got a dome on him, boy. That motherfucker head hard than a motherfucker, boy. Alex Stancato in the building. He say double southpaws could be a snoozer. Yeah, I thought about that too, bro. I thought about that too, and that's another thing, bro, because you don't, you know, two southpaws don't often see each other in the ring together. You know what I mean? So that's another thing. That's another reason why I feel like it ain't gonna be like no crazy. I think the fight gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a good fight, but I don't necessarily think it's gonna be like, you know, just knockouts and, you know, a whole lot of knockdowns and all this shit, because every time I see two southpaws, bro, that shit always be like motherfuckers be stepping on each other's feet and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this shit weird. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. But, you know, I think it'll be a good fight, though. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, if Earl can time Manny Pacquiao while he doing that jumping in and out shit, it's going to be bad for him. It's going to be bad for him. Say Crawford has a good straight for Spence. Yeah, Crawford got a mean ass straight right. The question is he going to fight southpaw or orthodox? That's the question. Oh, it's funny that you said that you asked that question, D Lucky, about what stance that I just seen that shit. I think he gonna fight Earl. I think he gonna fight Earl southpaw, man. I'm gonna keep it 100. I think he gonna fight Earl southpaw, and you know his straight left is just as good as his straight right. We all know he's equally ambidextrous. You know what I'm saying? Equally good out of both stances. But I think he gonna fight Earl southpaw. I don't think it wouldn't, to be honest, it wouldn't be good for him to fight Earl orthodox. That ain't gonna be good for him. He need to be as tricky as possible. He need to be as tricky as he possibly can. Don't go in there and fight Earl orthodox. He gonna get his ass beat. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. That ain't, because I mean, off top, I told y'all, bro, it's like Earl gonna beat Hunter in that fight. He gonna be looking to walk Crawford down. And if Crawford come out there in the orthodox stands and he's staying that shit the whole fight, which I know he ain't gonna do, because every time shit get rough, you know what I'm saying, he go to southpaw. You know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? I don't see him fighting in the orthodox, bro. I don't see that. I think that'd be a bad move for Crawford. Because Earl done seen that too many times. He done seen that too many times. Pull counter box and say, I don't think Crawford is going to box Earl. I think Crawford wants to prove a point and stand in the pocket. That's possible. I think in part of that fight, that's what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Early on, if they smart, they going to at least try the boxing angle. I don't think Bo Mac just going to... Now, I don't know who the one controlling shit over there. Because Bo Mac could have one game plan, but Terrence Crawford going to say, fuck all y'all motherfuckers. I'm doing what I want to do in here. Shit, we going to fight in this motherfucker. You feel me? So it depends on who controlling the ship over there. But if you know, if I think the angle should be at least to try, let's see what it looks like if we try to box this dude. You know what I'm saying? That should be the angle. Let's see what it look like if we can box on the back foot, just to see how this shit go. Fill him out a little bit. Now, it wouldn't, don't come out there trying. Now, he could try to catch Earl off guard, like I told y'all, with Keith Thurman. When Keith Thurman fought Danny Garcia, what'd he do? The first 2 rounds, he went out that bitch throwing bombs. I'm gonna make you respect me. I can see Crawford taking that angle as well, but at some point, he gonna have to try to box off the back foot because he not gonna sit in the pocket with Earl and exchange. Terrence Crawford, he's a former wrestler, very physically strong. You know, when you look at his frame, I think he's deceptively strong. He don't look as strong as he really is. I get that. You know what I'm saying? But Earl Spence ain't the type of dude that you want to just be standing in the pocket banging with. You know what I mean? I don't think Crawford's chin is as good as Sean Porter's. You feel me? Also, he ain't got that low center of gravity that Sean Porter got. Sean Porter is like 5'6", very stocky, very stout guy. You know what I'm saying? A granite chin. Y'all seen that boy grill? Man, look at Sean Porter grill, man. When you look at that boy grill, you know that motherfucker got a chin on him. You know what I'm saying? He got that Ken Griffey grill. I told y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, but Terrence Crawford ain't got that shit. And then on top of that, he ain't got that low center of gravity like Sean Porter. So his shit gonna be up in the air. And then his body gonna be exposed and shit. He can't just stand in the pocket with bro like that. You feel me? I don't see that happening. That ain't gonna be good for him. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna be able to just stand in the pocket and bang with Earl without going down. So I feel like the angle gonna be initially to try to box Earl, move around, you know what I'm saying? Try to walk Earl into some shit, try to pick Earl off as he coming in. And then, you know, if he having some success to where Earl kind of second guessing himself, like, damn, every time I come in here, I'm getting hit with shit. Let me try to take a step back. Then that's when Terrence Crawford should step on the gas and try to walk Earl down and press the pace. You know what I mean? But I don't think he gonna come out there off top trying to press the gas on Earl and try to keep that shit. That shit ain't gonna happen. That shit ain't gonna happen. Because I'm telling you, if he do, the fight ain't going 6 rounds, bro. If Terrence Crawford come out there fighting like that, it ain't going 6 rounds, G. It ain't going 6 rounds. You know what I'm saying? That boy say he got that crimson chin. Man, I don't know. Hey, D Lucky, I'm gonna need you to keep that same energy, G, when the fight get down, when the fight go down. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a hell of a fight though. I told y'all, as long as that shit lasts, it's gonna be very entertaining. You know what I mean? And if whoever wins, it ain't going to the cards. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be no decision. It ain't gonna be no decision. Period. It ain't gonna be no decision, bro. If Earl win, it's gonna be by TKO or KO. And if Crawford win, it's gonna be by KO. That fight not going to 12 rounds, G. It's not. I promise you it's not. Mark my words on that, G. That fight not going 12 rounds, bro. Either Crawford gonna have to knock Earl out or Earl gonna knock Crawford out. Point blank, period. Robert Mangum said, man, EJ is going to give Bud 3 shots of NyQuil with a side of body shots. Oh, man. Oh, man. It say, How do Crawford fare against southpaws? Say southpaws. I ain't really seen Crawford. I haven't really like studied his performances versus southpaws. You know what I'm saying? Who did he fight that was like a formidable southpaw? Anybody post in the chat for me, y'all. Only Diaz. That's it. I mean, we know he ain't fought nobody like Earl. I mean, that's just, we already know that. But I mean, who has he been in there with? I can't really think of nobody. I can't think of nobody. And to be real with y'all, we ain't really seen Earl in there with no southpaws like that. So, I mean, that's why I say it's gonna take Earl maybe a couple of rounds to adjust. But I seen Earl adjust. Earl is one of those guys that make adjustments, man. People don't notice that shit because they so mesmerized by the offensive attack. They mesmerized by the patience. You know what I'm saying? They mesmerized by the ring IQ, the ring generalship. You know what I mean? They mesmerized by that shit. They don't understand. They don't really peep the adjustments that he make, man. Earl Spence is one of those guys who make adjustments. G5 Gabe, that's a great point. That's a great, that's a great thing to call that. He says that Earl is a shapeshifter. That's facts, man. We done seen that man fight multiple styles over the course of the last 5 or 6 fights. You know, and it's really up to him what style he fights. And he don't have to just, he can come in and, he can fight one way early on in the fight and then fight totally different in the latter part of the fight. He can do that. He can do that. Nick Diaz say, why won't Al Heyman work with other boxing entities? He has, man. He has fought, or not fought, but he has worked with other guys. He's working with Top Rank on this, this Deontay Wilder thing that's going on. He's worked with dazn. You know what I'm saying? They will work together. They'll work together. Or he's worked with fighters from those different promotional outfits. But I'm gonna tell you like this: Al Heyman playing the game smart, G. And we can't blame him. This is another thing. Like, you can't blame these guys for making smart business moves, G. The soulmates in the building, salute to you, brother. Thank you for showing up. Donald, the 64-year-old G Grant in the building, salute to you. Thank you. Corey Parker in the building. Everybody pulling up. What's happening? But, you know what I'm saying? He does work with these other guys, man. But you got to keep it 100. Look at what Bob Arum was doing when he had the welterweight game. He had the welterweight division pretty much on Smash at one point. He had, he had certain divisions on Smash to where he only had his guys fighting his guys. And it made business sense to do that. Now, again, it sucks for the fans, but I think what Al Heyman trying to do, he trying to build just a collection of the best fighters. If you look at each, and Al Heyman not a promoter, he's an advisor, right? But he's working with these different networks, and he got the PBC going, which is a hub of fighters, and he's trying to build the biggest hub of fighters and have everything in-house. That don't mean he ain't gonna work with other guys. I'm pretty sure that Al Heyman know that how lucrative the Terrence Crawford fight could possibly be. Maybe not right now to him, but could possibly be. He understand that, and he ain't gonna miss out on that opportunity to make money. You know what I'm saying? But we just got to understand, like, you can ask the same question about Bob Arum. You know what I'm saying? You can ask the same question about Eddie Hearn. You know what I'm saying? Or Oscar De La Hoya. You know? You know what I'm saying? Tez Frank in the building. Salute to your brother. Thank you for showing up and showing out. I appreciate that, G. You know what I'm saying? But somebody was saying, Donald, the 64-year-old G, he say, salute King Contender. A converted southpaw is like a transvestite trying to be a woman. Earl is a natural, and Bud say Bud is the tranny. Say he fought no one on Earl Spence level. That's facts. You know what I'm saying? And, as far as we know, he ain't fought nobody on Earl level, but I can't even think of nobody that was a southpaw that he fought that was even, I mean, Diaz, you know what I'm saying? But He ain't really fought nobody that's gonna push him. You feel me? As a southpaw. But again, Earl ain't fought no southpaw. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be an interesting fight to say the least. It's gonna be. That's why I really want to see. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I really would like to see Earl fight Manny Pacquiao first, just so I can see what that southpaw shit look like. You know what I'm saying? But it don't matter to me. He can fight Terrence Crawford right now. It don't matter. The same result gonna happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? The same result gonna happen, dog. It's gonna be the same result, G. Nick Diaz said, I know somebody that was in a car accident just the other day. Say, how come he's in a coma and Spence can walk away? Lucky dude. Blessings. Blessings, my G. Blessings, man. And why y'all time D Luck it out, man? What happened? For 300 seconds? Good grief. What D Lucky say, man? Say Bud is better unorthodox. He get hits too much in southpaw. I agree with that too. I agree with that too. I think he gonna try to show the southpaw stance just to kind of like throw Earl off. But you know, if he come in orthodox, I don't think that's gonna be good. Bro, I think either way, bro, he gonna get his ass beat, dog. If he come in there orthodox, bro, that's too familiar to Earl. He gonna get walked down, and it ain't gonna be nice. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he come in there with the southpaw, the first few rounds is gonna be a little tricky. You know what I'm saying? It's always tricky when you see two southpaws in there. That shit always look tricky as hell. You know what I mean? But after Earl, he gonna make some adjustments, and he gonna get him up out of there, G. Man, salute to G5 Gage. Say, man, smash the like button. It's free, 100, man. It don't cost you nothing, man. It's free 99. You say, Alex Stancato said, dude, Spence was great. Spence was in great fucking shape. I think it helped. Supreme conditioning. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Say, Jose Pancho Esparza say D Lucky was too aggressive. What you mean, bro? What was he doing, G? Look. Yeah, man. I see Earl getting in shape, man. Earl getting in shape, and that's good. That's what we need. You know what I'm saying? Get in shape early. That way, come May, June, man, all you doing is working on your craft. You know what I'm saying? We talked about this before. Guys that, you know, that be out of shape in between fights. We know Earl been on a layoff. You know what I'm saying? So we understand it's gonna take him some time to get back right. But just in general, though, man, stay in shape, man. I know you want to eat big steaks and pizzas and all this shit, man. But look, I don't see how hard it is. If you paying me millions of dollars, all I got to do is just stay 7 pounds close to my fight weight, man. Shit, I can do that. That's easy. That's easy, man. Shout out to Swift46 in the building, man, in the super chat. Thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate it. He say, Bud waiting on Earl and ducking tough fights may end up biting him in the ass. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We talked about that too, G. You know what I'm saying? We talked about that too because while Earl is fighting all this top competition, getting better and better, iron sharpens iron, you know what I'm saying, getting more sharp, you know what I mean, more confident in himself that he's, damn, okay, I just beat another former champion, or I just beat another champion. You know what I mean? Oh, I stopped another former champion. All that shit play in the psyche of a fighter, of a killer. When you know that I've done this before, I've killed before, I can kill again. You know what I'm saying? And all that same confidence that Earl building up is real confidence. Terrence Crawford might be getting a little false confidence over there fighting the Kavalaskises of the world. You know what I'm saying? Thinking, you know what I mean? Thinking shit sweet when you get in there with a guy like Earl. You know what I'm saying? You get in there with a guy like Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? And shit ain't working the same. You feel me? Shit ain't working the same. You know, the same shit that you was doing on motherfucking on Joe Horn. This guy, we gonna call that nigga Joe Horn. The same shit you was doing on Joe Horn, you can't do that shit on Earl. You know what I'm saying? The same Joe Horn. See, I'm gonna call that boy Joe Horn. He look like his name Joe. You know what I'm saying? The same shit he was doing on old Joe. Shit, you can't do that on Sean Porter. You feel me? The same thing you was doing on Little Ass Gamboa, you can't do that shit on Earl Spence. You feel me? It's tough. It's tough. Javon Freeman say Earl in shape right now. Big facts. He ready, man. He ready. He said, Derek Lincoln say, yo, I just heard Crawford calling you out, contender. You want to fight you next. Hey, hell yeah. Hey, just make sure my check good. That's all I ask, bro. Make sure, as long as let me review that check, you know what I'm saying? Let me make sure the numbers is good. That motherfucker gonna hit. It's gonna be good as soon as it hit the bank account. Hey, I'm ready. Sign me up, bro. Shit, beat my ass. Shit, I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no different from goddamn Kavalauskas. Shit. You know what I'm saying? I might knock his ass down too. Shit. Yeah, you mean, shit, put me in there, coach. You know what I mean? I get in there. You know what I mean? I get in there. Shit. Yeah, just make sure my check good and we Gucci. I don't give a damn. And you ain't got to pay me a lot. You know what I'm saying? You can pay me 100,000. I take 100,000. Shit. You know what I'm saying? You want to up it? If you want me to promote the fight, shit, pay me 200,000. Shit, you know what I'm saying? I take that, bro. You feel me? It's good. Money good over here. You know what I mean? I'll promote the fight. Shit, I'll be outside with signs and shit. Oh yeah, my fight coming up next week. I'm going to have my mama at the fight, my uncle, my brother, my cousins. I'm going to have all 3 bitches I'm fucking with. I'm going to have motherfucking, my teachers from high school, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to have everybody at the fight, goddamn me, shit. Make sure my check good, though. I don't care. Everything else Gucci. Everything else Gucci. D Lucky in the super chat. Thank you so much, brother. He said, why Jose hating on me, man? Hey, y'all cut that out, man. I don't know what y'all got going on, man. I don't know why they timed you out, bro. Hey, y'all leave D Lucky alone, man. He was just having a little good, you know what I'm saying, back and forth about Terrence Crawford. He obviously a hardcore Terrence Crawford fan, and I can't blame him. You know, the brother Terrence Crawford is an excellent fighter. You know what I'm saying? One of a kind type of fighter, so I can't blame him. You know what I'm saying? But he's still going to get his ass beat when he get in there with Earl, though. I hope you know that, brother. I hope you know that. He going to get his ass beat when he get in there with Earl. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, man, say, on me, say, Terrence Crawford, say, sign me up, bro. On me, where can I sign up for the Terrence Crawford fight? I feel like Terrence Crawford and them, they be putting out fight requests on Craigslist. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can go sign up. Shit. I'm signing up. I'm getting off of here and going on Craigslist. I'm about to sign up. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna sign up. Here you mean shit. Sign me up. What you need? My physical papers. I did a physical a couple of months ago. All my vitals and shit good. My blood pressure good. Everything good on me. Sign me up. Every limb working. Shit, I ain't like motherfucking Jose Benavidez. Both of my legs work. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Shit. If I need to move around in that bitch, I can move around. Everything good on me. Sign me up. You know what I'm saying? 200,000. I promote the fight. I'm going on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Sign me up, bro. On me. Shit, I'll fight Terrence Crawford. Jay Grant. Jay Grant said Terrence Crawford don't fight Black American fighters. hey, I'll go in under a goddamn, you can say I'm Cuban, shit. I go in that bitch speaking all type of Spanish. Just sign me up, G. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get knocked out in the first round. I don't give a damn. Soon as he hit me with something, I'm going down and I'm looking for my check. You know what I'm saying? They need to do me like they did with Kovalev when he fought Canelo. Y'all remember when Kovalev was on the couch, you know, they was prolonging the fight and shit. Kovalev laid back on the couch and shit. And then out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying, the cameraman, they had the camera on Kovalev. And then out of nowhere, he looked up and he was hollering at his partner. He was like, okay, bet. The check cleared. Okay, bet. We Gucci. And then he went back to sleep. Nigga took a whole nap. You know what I'm saying? He went back on me. Go back and watch that shit, bro. I don't know if you can see the whole replay on it, if y'all got DAZN and shit, but go back and watch that. Kovalev was chilling. He was taking a nap. You know what I'm saying? His homie came in the room, check cleared, bet, and he went right back to sleep, bro. Because he already knew he was getting paid before the fight. He knew the check was good. Everything else just took care of itself. You know what I'm saying? Shit, he knocked me out, he knocked me out. I ain't even got to throw no punches. You know what I'm saying? I'll go in that bitch and get knocked out in the first round. I ain't tripping. Just make sure my check good. You know what I mean? D Lucky back in the super chat. Appreciate it, bro. He say me versus Jose, man. Man, y'all crazy, man. Imperial Kingdom in the building. Salute to you, brother. Thank you so much for coming through. Imperial Kingdom say, what's your weight division? Shit, right now I can fight at 160. I can fight at 154. I can fight at whatever they look. If you gonna pay me at least 100,000. I can fight at 160. I can fight at 154. I can fight at 147. You know what I'm saying? Put me at any one of those weight classes. You gonna pay me 100,000, and I don't care who. Hey, it don't matter, bro. Just pay me my 100,000, and we good, bro. Motherfucker knock me out in the first round. I ain't tripping, long as I get my check. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Javon Friedman say Crawford is scared of Porter. In my opinion, he can't hold Porter off him for 12 rounds. I think that's a big reason why they don't. I ain't gonna say he's scared of Porter, but I definitely think that they understand that that's a tough ass fight for him. So they not just like jumping off the motherfucking heels to fight Sean Porter. So I get that. You know what I mean? I get that. But I ain't gonna say he's scared. Flipmo say, is this the Spence fan channel? Hey. Hey, boys be hating, boy, when we be talking about, you know what I'm saying, the truth. Boys be hating. You know what I'm saying? It's cool, brother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's cool. You can come in here and talk about, you know, your favorite fights or fighters, anybody that you rock with. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. But we support the truth over here. Earl, the Truth Spence Jr., you know what I'm saying? Dallas, Texas. It's going down. That's what we doing over here, man. We rocking. We rocking heavy in here, man. You know what I mean? B Water 90 say, what's happening? He say, I'll check for that fight. Oh man, I don't know what you mean. What's the WSH, WYS? I don't know what that mean. But say, yeah, if they put me in there, I'm fighting. Yeah, you mean? I'll take that check, G. I'll take that check, G. Flipmo say, just asking, bro, live. It'll say, love the channel. Already, man. Hey, we talk about all type of fighters. You know what I'm saying? We talk about all type of fights. But yes, we support Earl the True Spence Jr. over here at Contender Regime Boxing. Big facts. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. G5 Gabe say the lowest I could possibly get is 168. I'm 190 at 6'1". Oh, yeah. 190 at 6'1", you get the 168, yeah, you'll be good. At super middleweight, you could probably fight at 175. You know what I'm saying? You could probably fight at 175 and be Gucci. You know what I'm saying? But shit, I'll fight at 175 too. Shit. As long as my check good, bro, I don't give a damn. Knock me out, bro. I'm telling you, all you got to do is hit me one time, bro. I'm gone. I'm good. Shit, ain't gonna be no brain damage. Motherfucker laying a jab on me, I'm going down. I don't give a fuck, long as my check good. Do you hear me? You know what I'm saying? But say, man, I done been in this whole talking cash shit, man. We done talked some good boxing today. I'm gonna let y'all get back to y'all weekend, man. Enjoy y'allself. Merlot Fridays, another one in the books, man. I had fun talking to y'all, man, and shooting the shit. You know what I mean? Y'all go have y'all a good time and enjoy yourself and be safe out here, man. Be safe, man. Do your thing, man. Hey, holla at me. We gonna, we probably gonna drop some shit tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? It's some topics that I really want to touch on. Next week, we gonna go crazy. You know what I'm saying? So y'all stay tuned. Contender Regime, boxing. I'll holla at y'all boys, man.